All right, it is 8:05, so I'm going to begin. Hello, welcome to day 18. Today, Thursday the 20th, we're going to be taking the chapters 1 through 9 hands-on test. If you've looked at it already, I sent it out this morning. It is very Flexbox oriented. We're going to go over it in about 1 or 2 minutes. Just so you know, again, as it says, I'm going to go over the test directions now. The test is due Sunday by midnight. You will have the rest of the period today and all period tomorrow to work on it. I will be online the entire time. If you have questions, feel free to email me. All right. It may take a couple seconds to get back to you because I'm actually taping a lecture for my afternoon class, but I'm not using Teams. I'm using a different product. So if I do get an email from you, what I'll do real quick is just pause that tape and hopefully answer your email right away. Now, next week, again, we're just going to pick it up and go right into chapter 11, and we'll do several chapters next week. All right, so again, the hands-on test is due by midnight Sunday, as are your chapters 8 and 9 written tests, labs, and homework. They're also due Monday, or Sunday rather, I'm sorry, by midnight. All right, so with that said, let's take a quick look at the test. All right. Develop a page to sell a widget or product of your choice. So in other words, it's supposed to look more like this right here. And again, if you say, well, geez, I can never do that. It's in many ways, this test isn't that different from what we've been doing the last few class periods. All right. So this is pretty much what it should look like. And when we say this, I mean, don't worry about it. You know, you don't need a picture of a whale, etc. But let's just go over what we are asked to do here. All right. So again, it's worth 100 points. Develop a page to sell a widget or product of your choice. It can be anything. It can be a product. It can be a service, whatever you think it should be. And note here, you must put a header in it. The header should include a logo and a nav bar. You can make a logo, you can grab a picture from the internet, or from Google Images, or from unsplash.com or Pexels, etc. Include the company name with the logo and make the logo a link to the homepage. Very similar to what we did the other day. All right. Include a single tiered nav bar with 5 links. All right, as it says, using appropriate semantic tags. Now, one of the things that we went over yesterday was how to just do a div with an ID equal nav bar and then put a nav in it. All right, where you don't have to go in and do a lot of other styling yourself as far as turning off things in it, because it's not an unordered list anymore. All right. We went over that yesterday. You can use that, or you can do it the other way that we've been doing it. Either way is fine. All right. Then you should have a section that includes what's known as a call to action. I called it a hero or a showcase section. As it says, it should include a heading, a smaller heading, and an anchor link that you style as a button to buy now. So in other words, that's everything that you see in here. All right. So again, that would be your logo. Those would be your links. All right. And that would be your heading and your smaller heading and your button and some kind of an image. All right. That's the featured image. So you can see all that stuff that's in there. Then you'll put in your main section. As it says, main should be in 2 different sections. All right. The top section has 3 divs of content. So that's it right here. All right. Each div has a rounded image, border radius of 50%. We've talked about that before. Add a heading and add a short description. Again, these are not that different from what we did the other day. Feel free to take that project that I did the other day on the Rankin AWD program and kind of use that as a template. All right. I'm not saying put everything in there that I did, but I'm saying use it as a template. Then the bottom section, all right, notice with a heading and 4 divs of content. So with that bottom section, that's this. And when they say a heading, just, put an H2 or whatever in there. Now, you're not told to put a heading here. If you want to add one, add one. I don't care. Feel free to go in, and if you think this is really ugly the way it is, give it a different background color, etc. It doesn't have to look just like this. The style should be the same. The setup, I should say, should be the same. But as far as your coloring and how you set stuff up, that's totally up to you. All right. Okay. Each div has square images, their own heading and paragraph. Then finally put a footer down there. That's pretty simple. All right. And it shouldn't be 2021, it should be 2023. And then the name of your company. You can put your name on there. You can put all rights reserved on there. You can set that up any doggone way you please. As it says, the footer is not shown in the mock-up. So it is not shown in here, but you better add it if you want those 10 points. All right. Then again, here's your picture. And this is where about 60% of the test is right here. Use Flexbox for every part that's necessary of the layout. Use mobile first techniques to implement the page layout. Now, I can't tell if you use mobile first or you use desktop first. But in here, what we're saying is you should have queries, and those queries, media queries, should be set up so that this breaks for a phone, for a tablet, and for a desktop. So you can break it, for example, if you want here at maybe 400. If you think it should be a little more than 600, like 680 or whatever, that's okay. And then 1200. As it says, the featured image should go above the text and the buy now on mobile and be to the right of it on the desktop. So this picture that's here, this picture is, as it says, this is a desktop view. You are responsible for creating the media queries that follow what's right here. So as it says, the nav bar must appear vertical on mobile devices and horizontal on the desktop. So it's horizontal now, all right? But remember, one of the things that you can do is if you set this up with a flex display on there, basically, all right, then later the stuff underneath it, you can set the direction so that it is row like this for 1200 and above, and for 600 and below or whatever, and like 600 and below, you can set it to column so it stacks. All right. The 3 divs in main should be in a row on the desktop and vertical in mobile. So in other words, it should look like this, but when you get to the mobile settings, this should be above this, which is above that. All right. And again, notice that for the other 4 that are in here, we are told that when we get down to mobile, make it 2 and 2. So 2 rows each. All right. As you're going through this, again, if you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to send me an email. I will try to get back to you if I can immediately. All right. I will tell you that Sunday, all right, I plan on going to bed at 9 o'clock at night. The reason I'm telling you that is please don't be at 9 o'clock sending me emails. How do you do this? How do you do this? All right. Do the best you can. And again, like I said, I'm weaning people off of when, people sending me stuff. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do that. We have now gone through 2 exercises. All right. If you're still confused, go back and read the chapter. Go back and take a look at the Flexbox example that I did for the RWD. That's also out there. All right, that's also out there on GitHub, and the example that we did yesterday that is not out there on GitHub. All right. And again, if you have questions, please email me and email me right away. With that, I wish you good luck. I will see you on Monday. I won't even send out an email tomorrow. All right, unless something transpires that I'm not aware of. All right, so have a good weekend. I will talk to you on Monday. Thanks. This video that I'm taping right now will be out on the system in about 10 minutes. Thank you.